Hello and welcome to our meditation session for this week. This week I'm going to lead us through a simplified version of the Metta Bhavana practice. So to anyone who's new to all of this, Metta can be translated as loving kindness, and Bhavana is to cultivate, to nurture, to develop. So Metta Bhavana is a meditation practice in which we cultivate loving kindness, positive, outward-going, emotional and mental states to others. But the practice starts with ourselves, as always. We need to have some connection with some kindness at least, some loving kindness and understanding to ourselves. We can't show those qualities, express those qualities to others if we're feeling very depleted and empty of them for ourselves. And we do this really by just seeing how we are. That's where we start. We don't try to be somewhere in our being that we're not. However we find ourselves is where we start the meditation, and however we find ourselves, it's that person, if you like, that we need to show understanding and kindness to. From that, everything else follows. So we're going to do the practice in 3 stages, as I said, a bit simplified. Starting with ourselves, we're going to sit and find ways of developing and contacting a positive emotional response to ourselves. Then we're going to bring to mind a good friend, someone who we would normally already have a positive response to if we bring them to mind. So it'd be worth just thinking, which good friend, which of the many are you going to bring to mind for the practice today? And then we're going to expand the practice out with the final stage for those who know the practice. In these present circumstances, we can bring to mind, from people that we know close to us, and we can bring our attention, bring our awareness, at least in our imaginations, further and further afield, so that we're including in our loving kindness, or at least in our attempts to understand and feel some human sympathy and connection with. We're going to expand that feeling outwards into the world, and even onwards into the cosmos. So we'll start by just making sure we're comfortable. We'll do the practice, I'd advise you to gently close your eyes, so that you're not just looking at me for the next 20 minutes, which is how long we'll do the meditation. You can if you want, but it might be easier to just focus on your own experience if you close your eyes. And hopefully you're sitting comfortably. I'll lead us through an introduction to the meditation itself, which is really about settling and helping us to get into a deeper connection with our bodies and ourselves and what's going on for us right now. That in itself is the first stage of the Metta Bhavana, coming into a more kindly, a more understanding and a deeper relationship with how our bodies, how our thoughts and how our emotions are. What are they all doing? Okay, so just closing our eyes. And we're just starting to be aware of our bodily sensations, the sensations of sitting, however it is you're sitting. Maybe your feet are on the ground, I don't know. But you can be aware of your feet to start with. And your legs. Are they comfortable, uncomfortable? Can you not feel anything? If so, that's okay. In meditation, we're just noticing what's there, not trying to fix it or change it. And our sitting bones, this is our main anchor, place we can return to. It's where our weight's being taken. So we can just feel that, just relax into the weight of our body being taken. By the chair or the cushion or the sofa or the floor, whatever you're sitting on. And under that, there's the floor, there's the ground, there's the whole earth supporting our weight. Then we just take our attention, maybe travelling a little journey up the spine, trying to sense an uprightness in the spine, but not a rigid, held uprightness, a sort of sense of the curves of the spine, just rising upwards. Balanced, and our head balanced on top of the spine. Trying to get a sense of the head, not too leaning too far back or too far forward, just balanced. And we can just relax a little around the shoulders. There's a lot of grounds for maybe stress, tensions, anxieties in the unfamiliar and constrained conditions that we're all living in right now. So we can't force anything, but we just breathe in and just encourage our shoulders and upper backs just to relax and soften a little. And to help that, just allow the weight of the shoulders and the arms to be taken at our hands. Make sure our hands are supported. So how are we feeling right now? Relaxed? Maybe a little tense? A bit numb or edgy or happy? Doesn't matter, whatever it is. We just take that on board. That's how we are right now. And however we are right now, we can just take into the first stage of the Metta Bhavana. And can we feel some kindness towards how we are right now? Some understanding. If we're feeling positive and relaxed, that's good. We can just sort of stay with that. Just keep coming back to that feeling. But however we are, we can just sit with it with kindness and openness to our own experience. Don't forget to notice if your mind's wandered off to think about something else. That's okay, just notice it, bring your mind back. Maybe come back to the sense of sitting, and then back to a sense of openness, kindness and understanding to yourself. So in the second stage, we bring to mind a good friend. This is someone that we will quite readily welcome, be glad to see, wish well for them. So we just can bring them to mind in some way in our imaginations. And in our imaginations, we can just pay them some attention. Think about them. Maybe imagine them happy or doing something they're enjoying. Or use a memory that we have of time spent with them. Or just say to ourselves, may they be well, may they be happy, may be they free from suffering, and may they grow and develop spiritually. So we just spend some time wishing the best for them and thinking the best of them. Now, in this stage, we'll just continue feeling the contact with some positivity, with some openness, with some kindness and understanding. And we'll take those qualities that we've made some connection with, and we'll take them out. We'll let them expand. Metta, this quality of loving kindness, is by its very nature expansive. It goes out. And it's non-discriminatory. In its true form, it goes out to all beings, to everyone. It doesn't choose this person or that person. It's an internal quality that radiates out from us. That's the possibility anyway. So we could start just by thinking of our good friend, and then those close to us, other friends, family, close connections. And in this challenging time, we can have that feeling of wishing well, a feeling of wanting everyone to be well, to be safe, to be happy, to be free from suffering. We can have those feelings for maybe ourselves and our good friend, naturally. But we'll see if we can expand that feeling out so that it could go outwards to all, ultimately to all life. So our close friends, family and connections, those around us, close to us at the minute maybe. Then there's neighbours, people living close to you, in your street maybe, or village. Can we send a sense of well-wishing out to them? And then just a sense of everyone in the town or the surrounding countryside. We can wish them well. We can wish for the best for them, that they too are safe and happy and free from suffering. And then in our imaginations, just allowing that sense to expand, to radiate out, maybe from our heart centre, from ourselves anyway, out into the wider world. We hear so much at the present moment of the difficulties, the challenges, the sufferings, even the tragedies of so many people Can we let our response be one not of anxiety, but just staying with the feelings and finding that loving kindness, that metta, that well-wishing, and allow that to go out and expand. So many people sharing the same sort of experience throughout the world. The differences between one way of life and another country or language or religion seem to be not as strong and bounded as usual. Everyone is sharing something of the same experience at present. Likewise, metta knows no divisions, boundaries, distinctions. True, full, loving kindness just radiates out to all. Let me just sit and imagine that for a few moments. Metta goes out to the whole world. It radiates out to all life. We can wish all life to be well, all life to be happy, all life to be free from suffering. That's our heartfelt wish. All life in the past, all life that will be in the future. Metta goes out, not limited by time or space, but expands out into the universe, into the cosmos. So from wishing all life, at all places and all times, to be well, to be happy, to be free from suffering, we can just come back in our own time to ourselves. And let's just sit for a couple of minutes, just with our experience now. We just sit, not making any effort now. So you're in your own time, just finish the meditation practice and just maybe mindfully and quite gently with yourself do whatever the rest of your day calls you to do. I hope you're all well, I hope you're all happy, and I hope you're all suffering, not too much, but that you're able to, well, find opportunities in this present very strange times to reflect, to spend some time not rushing around, to spend some time looking, spend some time at least out of the window, engaging with some nature. I hope you have some trees or plants or flowers. Yeah. And stay well, and we'll see you from the VBC, the Vajrasana Broadcasting Centre, here next week. Okay, bye-bye.